Hey, welcome to another video. This is what I did this month to prepare for graduate school, and it is currently October 13th, Friday, October the 13th, by the way, and I'm dressed for the occasion, and nobody cares about it. Whatever. Last week, let's start with last week. Last week was the first week of October. I send emails to my recommenders being like, hey, you've been chosen as my recommender. We've talked about it. It's time. What do you want to do? I give them two options. We could either meet in person and talk about things like that, or I could just send them the stuff and they have like a month to write it. 2 months to write it, actually. A little bit less than 2 months now, but whatever. And two of them chose the second option, which was just email them everything. The third person never responded to my email, but he's like that. So I had to go up to him and be like, hey man, did you read my email? And he was like, yeah, whatever you want to do, I'm fine with that. And I'm like, cool. So now all of my recommenders are gonna get sent the stuff through email. They have their time to do it. It's due November 30th because if they pass the deadline, it's not an actual deadline and I have time. That's my whatever. So that was last week. So this week, I made an appointment with the writing center because I asked my advisor, I was like, hey man, what resources do you know about to help me, with the process? And he was like, I don't know. He told me that I should go to the career center and to the writing center for my personal statements. And that's what I did. I was like, okay, cool. I'll work on the personal statements and then send them over to the writing center. But then my friend was like, hey man, you should ask for an in-person appointment with a faculty member to have a more detailed, and I was like, oh, that's a great idea. So that's what I did. I went yesterday and it was pretty good. My main concern was the flow of it and how to start it, because I'm like, how do I just jump right in? And he asked me oh, what got you into psychology? And I was like, well, I told him about this I told him about this thing that happened. Senior year of high school, I was at the library and I saw a book just chilling on a table. I was with my friends and I picked up the book and I was interested in it. But my friend's boyfriend was also interested in it, and we both wanted to read it, so he read it first and then I read it. And when I read it, as soon as I finished, I was like, oh my god. And then I searched up the thing. I knew what I wanted to do. Basically I knew what I wanted to do as a career, and I searched it up and it was like, oh, you have to get a PhD in clinical psychology. And I was like, okay, PhD in clinical psychology it is. And now I'm here, you're seeing this and it's happening. And he was like, that's really interesting, because one, not many high school students pick up a book and read it, which is really sad. What has our society got? And then two, it's a very unique story. And I was like, I didn't think much of it. I was like, I just read a book, and I feel like that's not very big, but I feel like at the same time a lot of people are gonna be like, well, I like to help people. So he's like, yeah, that's interesting, you should open up with that and then go into more stats or specifics, oh, I'm interested in this, you're interested in that, we should collab, whatever. So I'm gonna be working on that, be working on the first personal statement. I have to work on the fourth personal statement because I'm working on them staggered. Gonna revise one, work on another one, and then today I was supposed to have a career center appointment with my career center person, I don't know, to go over my CV and to format it and to fill in the things so I can send it to my recommenders. That's what I'm waiting for. I need to wait to get my CV all set and ready to send it to my recommenders, but the appointment got canceled due to a family emergency. Now, again, you can't control a family emergency, but this is the second time this has happened to me, which is really strange. It's just a coincidence. It's just really strange. So now I have to make another appointment, see when I'm available, because I'm super busy this month. So I don't know about that. That's the updates. That's the updates. Working on personal statements, trying to get another appointment to work on my CV, because my CV is done. I don't have anything else to add to it, because I wasn't formatting it because I was like, well, I still have time left, but it's done. I'm and then I will update you once I have any updates. But so far,
tonight we do have rigor and
Hi. Oh my god. So, I just had the meeting with my like college career advisor person. Yeah, they did not say anything. They were like, well, a CV is kind of like a resume. These people are not equipped at all to help you with anything, okay? Because I went to my academic advisor. He is in charge of half of the psychology department, which includes psychology majors, neuroscience minors, and psychology minors, and it's so many people. He's in charge of half of them. So it's really hard to get a meeting with him. I met with him earlier in the semester before people were registering for classes. I was like, oh, do you have any resources for like personal statements or CVs? And he's like, just go to the career center, go to the writing center. I did that for both. Bros were like, yeah, so I'm gonna give you the most unhelpful advice you've ever heard. This is why I say that I know so much more than literally anybody else, because like the person that is supposed to help me for my CV, she was like, it's kind of like a resume. And I've been told time and time again by professors, psychology professors, people that actually know what the hell to do. They're like, it's not like a resume. So I think I'm just gonna do it by myself. Just send that in, because everybody is incompetent. And like, to be fair, the person that was supposed to help me has like a family emergency, so she's not on campus. It's strange, it's weird. I feel like maybe don't have one person to help an entire college, like not the university, a college. So I'm in the College of Science and Engineering, so the STEM, they have one person for all the departments. That is nuts. That's crazy behavior. That is literally so disgusting and gross and hideous. I don't know why the hell you would do that. Why would you do that? I'm gonna update you again on Friday with my personal statement thing. Hopefully that goes better than this did. I can't. Hello. So, final update for the month. Today is Friday, October 27th, and I'm literally posting this video tomorrow. So I had an appointment with a writing center with the same person that I had my other appointments with, and we were able to finalize 2 personal statements, which is amazing actually, because I'm applying to 7 schools, so there's 5 more statements. And I was like, hey, I want to have this done in like a month, by November 24th, but that's during Thanksgiving week. So we basically have like 3 weeks to get all of these like done. And he was like, yeah, I mean, just, set up appointments with me, because I think you could do it in advance. So I did. I have 1, 2, 3 appointments with him in the next 3 weeks. So 1 appointment per week, because he does not do Wednesdays, and Thursdays are really packed for me. So it's either Monday or Friday. So it's like, do I want to do it on Monday or do I want to do it on Friday? And now all I need to do is work on the edits that he gave me for one of my personal statements, and I'm going to submit that along with a very, very rough CV to my recommenders. Be like, hey man, I'm sorry that it took so long. Long story short, people are incompetent. Here's the thing, you have a month. I want to respect the 9 to 5 Monday to Friday thing, so I think I'm gonna send it 9 a.m., maybe even 8 a.m. Crazy. 8 a.m. on Monday. And then I'm gonna give them like reminders, like 2 weeks, a week, and then the week of, and then the day before. Gonna do that. Right now, probably not, but just letting you know, those are my next steps. And for next month, it's just really personal statements, finalizing those, turning those in. I don't really know how the application process works. Nobody really talks about it, because I got an email that was like, hey, submit your application so you can see what documents you do send in. And I'm like, I thought that was part of it. Whatever. So personal statements, letters of rec need to be done next month, and that CV needs to get done, and the people that are supposed to help me are not helping me, so I'm gonna ask my recommenders and my grad students, probably anybody really. That is what is up for next month, which is basically only like 2 full weeks, because I have an entire week off for Thanksgiving. I will see you when I see you, which is next Saturday, next week. Next week, I'm posting a fall week in my life, which I was filming this entire week, so look out for that. Yeah, next week is a fall week in my life, which was very busy. It was midterms week without it being in the middle of the term. So I'll see you next week for that, and yeah.